Hey everybody, welcome to this week's programming. It's week 2 of Hero Month, and we've already had 3 days into it. Some of you that haven't got to experience this before might be feeling a little sore, but hey, that is normal. Remember, when we're doing these workouts, we can scale everything infinitely. It's not about doing the day's workout and trying to be RX all the time. We got to look at the whole week and the volume that's involved with this, and then scale appropriately for us. And with that, everybody's got the option. You can partner up every workout if you want to, split the reps up, split the runs up, split it up however you need to make the workout the best possible way for you. I know a lot of people like challenging themselves, but at the same time, we got to be smart about that. Because me personally, I'll go through some of these workouts that I know how I'm going to scale it down or how I'm going to do the version of the workout. It's not always going to be the exact same with what is written on the board, just because I know how my body feels, I know how my body is, and I know what's best for me going in. And I hope you do the same. Getting started for this week, we got a very long workout. This is going to have a 45-minute time cap. RJ, 5 rounds for time, 800-meter run, 5 rope climbs, 50 push-ups. So that's 2.5 miles of running, 25 total rope climbs, and then 250 push-ups. If you need to divide that in 2, you're more than welcome to. If I had a partner, I would divide the runs up into 200 meters, going back and forth, keep the speeds down. We divide the reps up in rope climbs. Remember, whenever we divide these reps up, once you get to that type of volume, there is no set even number. Hey, you do this, I do this. I always look at it like time frames. I'm going to do 30 seconds of rope climbs, or I'm just going to do 1 rope climb, you do 1 rope climb, back and forth, alternate rounds. One person gets in 1 more rope climb. It's okay. And then for the push-ups, if you're partnered up with somebody, you do 30 seconds of push-ups or do 10 and I'll do 10. And you keep going back and forth until you get through all of the reps. With this one though, if you want to go solo, scale it down, you can do 4 rounds for time. If you need to scale it down even more, 3 rounds for time. Near a 40-minute time cap. I completed this right at 39:59. I was right there. I kept 8-minute round paces. Every time my runs were around 4 minutes. Rope climbs and everything else got done within 2 minutes. I can do rope climbs pretty efficiently on a good day, so it takes me like 75 to 90 seconds to knock out 5 of them. And then the 50 push-ups, sets of 10 until I got to like 25 or 30, and then I would do 5s or 6s the rest of the way with little short breaks. Tuesday, we got TUP, T-U-P, 15, 12, 9, 6, 3 of power cleans, 135-95, pull-ups, front squats with the same weight that you did power cleans with. There's no changing of the weights. And then ending on pull-ups again. So you're doubling the amount of reps per round on the upper body pull-ups with that. Today, on this one too, I did strict pull-ups the whole time. And the total number of reps that we're doing on this day, you got 45 power cleans, 45 front squats, and then you're doubling that in pull-ups. So 90 pull-ups for the day. Last week we did a workout with 75. This week we're doing a workout with 90. It took me roughly 1950, I think, to do this one, 20 minutes to do that with strict pull-ups. I stayed singles on the power cleans, no touch and go reps. I did unbroken front squats. That was a just really good breathing style day when we're doing for this workout. Some of you might choose to go faster, may choose to do kipping pull-ups. Just remember that volume of pull-ups, especially when you kip, you're putting a lot of stress on your biceps, a lot of stress on your lats. When you're doing strict pull-ups, you kind of have a governor set in there to where you're not going to be doing the eccentric loading that happens with that much volume when it comes to kipping pull-ups. That is what caused that soreness, that muscle tightness. For instance, that's why we don't like doing jumping pull-ups in here, because there's probably more cases of people doing jumping pull-ups and developing what they call rhabdomyolysis than like GHD, sit-ups, stuff like that, where the volume gets so high, you start slowing down an eccentric portion. That's where muscle fibers break down. That's where we start seeing the development of that rhabdo pop up on people. So be careful when you're doing this. Don't just think about time. I'm getting best I can, fast I can every time. Intensity super high. Mechanics, consistency, then intensity for TUP. Jerry, this one I do every year. It's my absolute favorite workout. Well, not my absolute favorite workout, but it's one of my favorite hero workouts. And I believe it is just a great test of conditioning. My goal is always to stay like as close to 7 minutes per exercise as possible. If I can keep that for a long time, over time, I know my fitness is staying pretty high. I'm going to change mine up though this year. I'm going to do mine with a bike. We have people do it with a ski erg. We have people do it with a rower. We have people do it with a bike. Switching it up however you need to on this. But Jerry's 1 mile run, 2,000 meter row, 1 mile run. Back to back to back, consistency across all. I want to have my first mile and my second mile be the exact same time. If I can do that, then I've paced it correctly. If you come out hot, run a 6 minute mile, and then all of a sudden you're at a 9 minute mile on your last one, you did something wrong in there. So if I was doing that 6 and 9, I know next time I'm going to try to do an 8 minute first mile. And if I can stay in my 2K row, 8 minutes again, and then run on an 8 minutes, that's 24 total minutes. That is a great time for this workout. But like I said, I'm going to do 150 cal row. Ladies, that would be 120 cal or 150 cal bike. Ladies are going to be 120 cal bike on that. We need to scale that down. We can do 800s, 1,800s to keep the speed up as we go, because another kind of goal that I like to have on that, or like to challenge people with, is don't walk. As soon as you get in, jump on the rower, stay moving. Constant forward movement is what you want on that type of workout. Thursday, this is going to be a new one. Thompson. Now, this has a lot of volume in it. You're going to do 10 rounds for time, 1 seated rope climb. So you start off in the seated position. Pull yourself up to where your feet lock in, and then climb the rest of the way up. Then we have 29 back squats at 95, 65 pounds, and then a 10 meter or 30 feet of farmer's carries. Now, with this one, if we have a big class, like I think we'll have on a Thursday this year, it's going to be really hard to do the farmer's carries with 2 barbells. So what we'll do, we'll use 2 dumbbells or kettlebells, 50, 35, or 70 and 50 pounds. However that works out best for y'all doing those. But then we got some kids coming down here right now. You might hear from the baseball team. But we got 10 meter farmer's carries Fridays. We got Ryan, 5 rounds for time, 7 ring muscle ups, 21 burpee to targets. And so you're going to do a burpee, jump up, touch the barbell every rep. This right here is a lot of upper body pushing. So Thompson, we have 29 back squats times that by 10. You got 290 back squats whenever it comes to that. 95, 65 pounds, that should be roughly 35% or less of your 1 rep max. So if you don't know what your 1 rep max is, you probably should just use a barbell on that, or we can even go down to air squats and we can divide the reps up in half. However that takes you to do that. This is going to be roughly another 40-minute workout. There's going to be a time gap on there. Friday, 5 rounds for time. You got 7 ring muscle ups, 21 burpees to target. If you don't have ring muscle ups today, we can do bar muscle ups, jumping bar muscle ups. We can even do jumping ring muscle ups. Or we have the rings, we can set them down low. You can do kneeling ring muscle, strict ring muscle up into a dip coming out. Or we can do just 7 strict pull-ups or 10 strict pull-ups on this. And then doing the 21 burpee to targets every round. Saturday is going to be jack, 20-minute AMRAP. This one is a very popular one that's always done repeatable for a lot of gyms and different movements, but I want to be able to stay moving the whole time. That's the goal. 10 push press, 10 kettlebell slings, 10 box jumps. Push press, you got 115.75, kettlebell slings, 53.35. If you have any kind of shoulder issues, elbow issues, back issues, anything like that, I would not do American kettlebell swings. I would just come up to eye level. You get to do more rounds that way. You're welcome. And then you have 10 box jumps, 24 and 20. So with the box jumps and the volume that we've had going on with the running and everything else, we're going to do step downs after each rep. So jump up, step down, jump up, step down, continue on with those. But that's this week's workouts. Hope you enjoy them. Remember, be smart when you do this. Ask the coach how you should scale it down or what you should do for it. Be sure to shoot me up with an email, text message, however. But Jessica and I will be out at the gym just about all week this week. I have to do a class at the fire department. That's going to be Monday through Friday, unfortunately, so I'm not going to be in much. If you need anything, though, I'll be able to answer emails first thing in the morning or late at night. So be sure just to reach out. Always here to help. Enjoy this week's workouts, and I'll